Alrighty, well, welcome back and Happy New Year, everyone. I'm back to the journaling. I want to start with an introduction for those who are new to the channel or to these videos, or you're just tuning back in. This is all about day trading. So you can see from the title, either of the video or the channel, I have been trading since the summer of 2020. I took a course from Timothy Sykes, the Millionaire Trading Challenge, during that summer. And since then, I have learned from his content and his course, as well as many of the students that have succeeded in this field from his teachings. So I have developed my own strategies and my own approach to the market, again based off of the experience from Sykes and many of the traders who have learned from him and adopted their own trading style. To this day, I continue to learn from other folks, tuning into some of the content that they create through in-person conferences that I have attended, and just in general, again, through my own personal experience of participating in the markets. This year will be 6 years, again, since I started day trading. And there is much to share, much to talk about. So my intention with these videos is to continue having a journal for myself and putting this material and content out there for anyone who is interested and could use this knowledge that I'm going to be sharing, and just overall my experience with trading in the markets. So again, I mentioned that I started trading in summer 2020. I can categorize myself as a profitable trader until summer of 2024. So up until then, I was learning the ropes, establishing my strategies, rinsing and repeating different types of approaches to different types of trades in different market conditions. And I want to say it took me about 4 years for me to solidify my approach to the markets. And in 2000 and the rest of 24 and all of 2025, it was just applying that knowledge with different size and just a more experienced approach again in my trading. So in 2025 itself, I managed to grow my accounts a little bit over 40%. I realized here with E-Trade, they take into account any withdrawals to your accounts, which I did withdraw some money at the end of the year. So I was up about 45%, ending the year about 37% because of that withdrawal. So best year to date, yet there's still much more to go because we are just getting started with year 5, year 6 in the journey. So again, great year for me personally, and I'm very excited for 2026. Another reason why I want to maintain this journal online and share with everyone what I am doing. So my plan with this is twice a week I'm going to be posting videos in which I am sharing my watch list for the week, as well as sharing some progress, maybe get into some of the trades that I took during the week or during those days, and just explain my thought process of how and why I went about those trades. Again, this is something that helps me a lot, and I hope helps any of you who are tuning into the videos. Just to explain a little bit more about my style of trading, I would consider myself a small cap day trader. So I'm trading the momentum in small caps, which are considered normally stocks under $20. So it could range anywhere from $1 to 20 plus. So these are smaller companies whose prices relatively more volatile than larger companies. And my approach is to take a piece of those moves, utilizing specific strategies that I have refined over the years to take my piece of the move within those patterns, moves of these stocks. So again, normally I want to say Sundays and Wednesdays is the plan to post these videos up, these recaps, as well as watch lists for the week and for the following days, depending on when that video is posted. And one thing that I want to jump into now is highlighting one of the last trades that I took in 2025, and just kind of explain or share some of the stocks that I'm going to have on watch for this week, which I have not placed a trade this year. We only had Thursday and Friday of last week. I did not place a trade last week, so we haven't yet to place a trade in 2026. But I'm definitely looking forward to the market this year, especially since we already started with a bang with world news, with all this stuff going on with the U.S. Taking over Venezuela and removing their dictator. So that is for sure going to spark up some movement in the markets. We have yet to see in what specific areas it will do so, but these larger world things that happen in the world, major news, tend to have some type of effect and bring volatility to the markets. So again, looking forward to see what the case will be in the following weeks in January. But in December 2025, I ended the year with a pretty solid trade on FJet Starfighter Space Incorporated. So space related companies were pretty hot during the month of December, FJet being one of those. Actually, it had an IPO. It had an IPO in December. So it was trading pretty big this day. It sucked in a lot of people, a lot of attention, a lot of volume. I unfortunately did not trade it this day as I was on vacation and kind of wasn't fully tuned into the market. But after that big spike that it had up to $31 from $5-6 where it opened up, originally where I IPO'd, my plan was to let this come back down and play a first green day play, which is one of my favorite strategies to play on stocks, which is where when the stock spikes up big and then over the days it comes down in price and then it has a reversal play. So first green day reversal. Actually took some scratches on the 23rd as well as the 24th as I was trying to catch the bottom of this play. And finally on the 26th, I had that bounce that I was looking for. I started scaling into my position close to market open. So in these areas, I started scaling in. I had an average about 1250. I had an average of 1250 with 800 shares, and the plan was actually to sell it in the high 13s and into the 14s, which is exactly what I did. I started selling in these areas, fully scaling out by the mid 14s around here for an average of $14 actually. So I took it from $12.50 to $14 for a $1,200 trade. So it's about 12% on the position that I had, a relatively larger position for my account. And I was happy with the trade. As you can see, this thing ended up going to scraping $18. Could have definitely held this on for a little longer, but it was the end of the year. It was during the holidays. I didn't want to take too much time, expend too much mental capital. I felt satisfied with the trade. But again, there's always room for improvement. I thought it was a solid one, and a great way to end the year with a $1,200 trade, in which I executed the exact plan that I wanted. Played one of my favorites patterns and strategies, which is the first Green Day reversal on a big runner. So I would categorize that an A trade. So FJet, again, to end the year, last trade. Now this week, there's only a couple of stocks that I have on my watch list, or that I'm going to be watching for some potential plays. I need to fully tune into the market this week, see what's going on, see what other plays that I may not be aware of, other stocks that are lining up for a potential trade. But those stocks that I am watching are BNAI, so Brand Engagement Network. This had a pretty solid breakout on the 2nd, which that was Friday. On Friday, this thing broke out of the high twos area that it had held late December, went all the way to $4. So I want to watch this now to see if the play continues to go, or if this begins to drop, giving us some type of reversal play in the coming days, week or two. The other stock that I am watching is ONDS, Ondas Holdings, which is a hardware and equipment company. This kind of just came to my attention as I was watching some recaps from some other traders that I personally follow, and it definitely caught my attention as it is building up towards this breakout right here, and which is an all-time high for this stock in the 1160s, 1170s areas. It is a larger cap stock, with $4 billion. So this is going to be a slower mover, but nevertheless, I want to keep it on watch to see what price action is telling us and if it wants to break out. Other than that, I don't have any major top watches in my list. BNI and ONDS are the top two. But come Wednesday, when I'll post the next video, maybe I would have taken some trades by then, or I'm pretty sure we're going to have other stocks on watch. So let's see how January unfolds in this first full week of the month, at least for the markets, which I'm pretty sure that we're going to have a lot of action, a lot of movements, again, being that there's major things happening in the world, and that tends to translate into volatility in the markets. So that is it for today. Again, I wanted to do another reintroduction of myself and my experience in the markets, and my intention moving forward with these types of videos. I encourage any comments, anyone that is interested in any specific things. I don't promise I'm going to be doing like explanation videos of certain things. I've had questions in the past, but I'll try my best if it's something that I think is relevant and that's helpful for some of you. So yeah, feel free to drop some comments, some questions about other things or anything that you want clarification on or maybe helpful to you. But again, the focus is going to be of just sharing with you all the experience of myself this year and moving forward. So with that being said, again, Happy New Year, everyone. Hope 2026 is a great one for all of us. Let's make the best out of it. For those who are just beginning to learn how to trade or how to get into the markets, there's never a better time than now. So let's get to it and make it the best year to date in different areas of our life, including the markets. Alrighty, everyone. Peace out. Catch you on the next one.